Gohan, let it go. It is not a sin to fight for the right cause. There are those who words alone will not reach. I know how you feel, Gohan. You are gentle. You do not like to hurt. I know because I, too, have learned these feelings. But it is because you cherish life that you must protect it.
Ugh. This sentimental downpour is killing me. It's so nice of you to help, 16. But I plan on doing this my way.
Please, drop your restraints. Protect the life I loved. You have the strength. My scanners sensed it. Just let it go.
Yet another fighter you could have saved.
16, you love life. You gave everything up to save it. And you were just an android. I let you die. I can't do that. I won't watch anymore. I feel it slipping. And I won't watch this anymore!
It is a secret we have known before Gohan could even form words in his mouth. Through fights with Raditz, Garlic Jr., the Ginyu Force, and even Frieza, we've caught glimpses of the child's explosive power. But like an explosion, it always vanished with the moment. It couldn't be controlled. Until now. At last, the beastly power has been harnessed. Gohan has awoken. Now Cell will battle a warrior 11 years in the making on the next Dragon Ball Z.
Hi guys, welcome to this trip around the Multiverse episode. I'm the man who can lift the Z sword, CY Chung.
And I am the scholar of the family, Kyle Charles.
And today we're going to have a character spotlight episode on our boy, Son Gohan. Well, it is our boy, right?
Yeah, I like Gohan.
Yeah.
Gohan, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a super Gohan fan, but I just feel more lately, well, you know, and towards the end of the Z saga as well, he got misused. Like they started like, okay, they introduced him and then you like, oh yeah, we're building up to use him up to something, and then he's getting just beat on, like, you know, just a jabroni kid learning, like a 4-year-old, right? Getting beat up by a demon, getting beat up by a galactic space tyrant, and then get beat up by a android and a combined, what do you want to get, mutated being that has multiple evolutions.
Yeah,
and,
perfect human being, the perfect life form. Even that's from Sonic.
And then afterwards, when he powers up, to his pinnacle to be the better than ever, he just gets beat up by like a pink space demon goo thing.
Yeah.
And then when he's like, "Well, I'm the most powerful, unfused to being in this entire series," the gods of destruction just flick him on the head and just say, "Yeah, you're jabroni." Like, oh, man. And then they have to just rebuild him in Dragon Ball Super. But I mean, look, I want to say, as the character, I just get more sympathy for him because I'm like, he could have been used so much better, or means still more relevant.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah.
But it's that problem with like most animes and stuff where they try to bring a new. Well, I won't say Gohan. Well, yeah, new character.
Yeah.
But then people are too attached to the older characters.
Yeah. I think so. Oh, and we're both speaking about the anime. Have you read the manga?
No.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I know bits and pieces of manga because it gets a bit more respect in the manga, by the way. We're going to speak mainly about the anime because that's what we saw. So I always found it strange how Goku took what? So he was from 12 years old to 15 to 18 when he finally learned to fly, right?
Yeah.
And then Gohan learns to fly like when he's 5, essentially.
Yeah.
Because Piccolo beat him up until he can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously at this point as well is one of those things where you can take your time building things in the past, okay? But when you need to progress your series further because you up the power levels to
Redonkulous.
yeah, then everyone's gonna level up accordingly to be relevant.
Yeah.
Except at a certain point, no one like everyone just drops in relevancy because that's what happens here. Yeah. Yeah. So you could say obviously that overpower Gohan from the very beginning.
Yeah, it did, but then.
But when you got Raditz coming in there, going okay, so everything prior to everything in Dragon Ball. Once Raditz appeared, everyone just seemed like they couldn't do jack because everyone in Dragon Ball was built like a threat.
Yeah.
And then once you hit Z, and Raditz just appeared for just because it takes the 2 strongest beings in the Dragon Ball series to team up to take this guy down.
Yeah.
And then they gotta level up stupid levels because other people are even more powerful than them. Personally, do you think, when they started doing power levels, actually speaking about power levels and giving the numbers, do you think that messed up certain things?
It did for a bit, and then when they kind of just forgot about it themselves.
Well, I don't know if they forgot about it. Whether you say they deliberately forgot about it, or quietly forgot about it, or accidentally forgot about it.
No, I think personally they realised they've written themselves into a weird wall, so they just kind of stop mentioning it ever again.
Well, that's the thing, right? Let's just say, for example, I mean, they don't have power levels in Dragon Ball, but Goku's power level is like minimal, whatever it is, right? Because if at the beginning of Z, he's only level 400 and something.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know if you ever saw in Dragon Ball where Krillin and Master Roshi were having that tussle in the first tournament.
Yeah.
And then basically Krillin jumps, Master Roshi jumps, and then they hit each other.
Yeah.
And then Krillin lands and Master Roshi lands as though, right?
Yeah.
As though nothing happened, and then Krillin flops on the floor.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like really confused.
Yeah.
And then they're like, then Krillin gets up, and then Master Roshi goes up, and the commentator's like, what happened on? Why you look so beat up? He goes, oh, I tell you what, in the blink of an eye, see, we both jumped, and then we did all this stuff, and it's like, right, so if you're at that speed already, yeah, at that power level, where it's the very beginning of, like, towards the beginning of your saga,
yeah,
how can you get more faster later on?
Because?
Yeah, see, here's the thing with Dragon Ball, right? They broke the speed of light several times. So, in my head canon, light was like, all right, fine, I'll just try and make myself faster than you. And then so the Dragon Ball law, speed of light is faster than normal speed of light.
Yeah.
And then they were only at, like Piccolo and Goku were like only at level 400 and something, and Raditz was 1000.
Yeah, and then it just got weird after that. Didn't
exactly, because then Vegeta was 18,000. I'm like, what? That's so crazy.
Like, yeah, it just like I remember when he first introduced, oh yeah, power levels is cool, and then I can't keep up. I don't think they can keep up. Let's just
yeah.
Because once it got to like 1 million, when they said basically like Frieza was 500 million or something like that. No, not 500 million. Sorry, 5 million or something like that. And then Goku became Super Saiyan. He was like 6 million, and then I was like,
yeah. Now it's all in the space of like that time frame that happened was less than the entire time frame of Z, of normal Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And so he powered up like within months, way more than he powered up in about 6 years.
Yeah. Makes no sense.
Yeah. So what did you think of okay, what did you think of Goku when Gohan when he was introduced?
Super annoying.
Little, okay, like a punk kid or whatever, right? Well, were you intrigued to see what they were doing with him, or you think they were just using him as the boy blunder? You know what I mean? The boy hostage.
No, I was intrigued to see what I was going to do with him and stuff, but like just sort of how they brought him in, just crying. It was like, oh really? But then that's a kid character. That's what you're going to get. So
I did like how when Piccolo used Special Beam Cannon that also killed Goku, that Piccolo like, well, he wasn't like, okay, well, I'm gonna take care of the son of my fallen comrade or the man who I teamed up with just a second, and the son of my greatest enemy. It's like, no, I'm heartless, right? I'll take this boy, all right, and train him.
Train him to be a murderer.
Yeah, to fight the next set of people that are coming. But also now I can use him against his own father at some point.
Yeah, it's like 2 steps ahead, I guess.
Yeah. But that's the funny thing is because they're like Piccolo probably became more of a father to Gohan than actual Goku.
Yeah, that's Goku. That's Gohan's real dad, Piccolo.
Yeah, and that's what people say. And what's funny is way later on, when Goku's Super Saiyan Blue, and they're training for the tournament saga.
Yeah.
And Gohan's back to Ultimate Gohan, right?
Yeah.
Then people like I was watching on YouTube. You know, they put the clip of the fight up, right? And so Super Saiyan Blue is insanely powerful.
Yep. Super powerful.
And we'll say Ultimate Gohan was end of Z level, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, as far as we know, the abilities, okay? Because he really had to retrain up to his normal self, and that's what Piccolo was saying, you know, you remember the power that you had during the Buu saga.
Yeah.
And, so they were like, oh, so the reason that Goku was having a relatively even fight with Ultimate Gohan was because, you know, it's his son. He's not gonna go and, just whoop his own son's ass, yeah? Even in full power form, right? And then other people in the conversation went, clearly you don't realize how competitive Goku is because he actually will. He's there for the fight. He don't care.
Yeah, he's a selfish man.
Yeah, all about the fight. So when did you like how they give Gohan the rage boost to make him a bit? First of all, you're introducing a 4-year-old kid into like the sci-fi space
of the Dragon Ball world. Yeah.
And what can you do with this? Obviously, if he's there, he's going to be some sort of main player. Well, not necessarily a main player, but a relevant player.
Yeah.
We will always. But he's 4 years old. How do you give him that? I think the rage boosts made sense during the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, otherwise, why have him there? Not be able to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, fair enough. That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. But
I do sort of like. I'd say I do like. It's me being sarcastic. How like when he becomes an adult or / teenager, he doesn't ever use the rage boost again.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Obviously, is he doesn't have the same emotional. He has way more emotional control when he's an adult now, and he has less desire to
murder everything.
Yeah. I mean, when you're a kid, you're different from when you're growing up. He's more mature, of course, but he knows. He's like, oh, you know what? Yeah, this stuff is. First of all, I think it's like I saw what it did to my dad. Wanted to fight everything and be the best and everything like that. I don't end up like that. No, man, forget that.
I want to be a real human being, unlike my.
Well, yeah, but here's the funny thing: is like, as a hybrid, as a sane human hybrid, he has an insane amount of potential. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have thought humans are less powerful than the Saiyans, according to how Goku's beat up more powerful than the humans. Yeah.
Yeah.
But But you're telling me human hybrids, are they mutants and just happen to be more powerful than actual full-blooded Saiyans and normal humans?
Maybe because, or I've sort of gathered is like because humans are more emotional. Then actually, no, that's kind of wrong. 'Cause they keep going on how Saiyans are weirdly emotional and stuff. I don't know. Man. Probably they are mutants.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like when you have to level up outside of the context of the series, right? When you have to level up people, then you just have to, you kind of just do things and not realize exactly what the implications are behind it all.
Yeah.
I think Gohan got his potential unlocked twice.
Yeah.
One was at the Frieza saga, so him and see, that's the funny thing is when they went to the Frieza saga and old Guru or whoever it is unlocked Krillin and Gohan's potential just to level them up to be able to fight the Ginyu Force.
Yeah.
Fair enough, you know. Yeah, you have to, and then they're able to fight. He was able to fight Frieza for some time. Let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
At 9 years old, okay, Gohan saved the world.
At 9 years old, Gohan's gone through more things than I have in my whole life.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, depending on how exactly what the timeline is, because it'd be 9 or 10, right?
Yeah.
Or if you count when he was in the hyperbolic time chamber, when he aged 1 year but came out. Do you count that as an age difference? You know.
That's the thing. I don't know because I saw something. I was reading something the other day.
Yeah.
About Dragon Ball, and it's like Goku. Realistically, I think it's in Super. I think realistically he's meant to be 49.
Right.
But he's in the body of a 42-year-old.
Yeah.
Because of obviously that time chamber crap, and then being dead for 7 years.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
I was like, I guess that makes sense. All right.
What did you think when Okay, so all the builds, right, for the legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Who was Goku at that point, right?
Yeah.
Some people say that's when the saga should have ended. It's like now you've reached the natural endpoint of the legendary Super Saiyan. The story can continue, but just not. You don't need the audience to see it because that you know that's you defeat the space tyrant, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then obviously it does continue, and then you get Super Saiyans like Gohan and Vegeta and stuff like that. It just dilutes the legend.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but okay. Here's the kind of issue I have with it. Right, is I don't mind the legendary super. Okay, first Goku had Kaioken, yeah, and he could only bust out for a certain amount of time, at a certain amount of power, yeah, because it'll drain him as well. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's like a danger to using your max abilities. When he became a Super Saiyan, he also had a time limit or something like that. Well, apparently the time on Planet Namek was 5 minutes long, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but we'll just say, you know, it didn't seem like he could sustainably last in that form for an infinite amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's what happened, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
They made them not special, the Super Saiyan transformations.
Yeah, they did.
Because then Gohan got it and Vegeta got it. Not to say, these guys shouldn't have got it, because they leveled up the villains to the certain point where you kind of needed to have it for these people as well.
Yeah.
Which, like, well, yeah, let's just hand out tickets to the Super Saiyan ability, and then even Vegeta noted on it later on when Goten and Trunks could both turn Super Saiyan. He's like, "What's going on here?" And then they had to make up the S cells crap.
But like, I personally didn't mind them adding more Super Saiyans.
Oh, okay, yeah. But which is fair because they have the power levels they've written themselves into. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what it was though, why didn't you keep Super Saiyan? Why didn't you keep the limits on Super Saiyan to keep it relevant, right? And why why didn't you? I don't understand. Continue to stack on its potential by leveling your base form up, and that which will also level up your Super Saiyan, right?
Yeah.
Because what they then did was like, all right, we finished the Frieza saga, yeah?
Yeah.
Now we have the Android saga and the Cell saga. And at the end of the Cell saga, we're going to level up Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan level 2. Like, that's a bit of a cop-out.
Nah. Everyone knows you got to keep going higher and higher and higher until it just gets weird. You know?
Yeah. Everybody knows. All right, so what did you have okay. When Gohan got Super Saiyan level 2 first, right?
Yeah.
What did you think? Did you think it was kind of weird because first of all, he's a dude. I don't want to say he's a kid, right? He doesn't have the fighting potential of Vegeta or Goku.
Yeah, he does.
No, the fighting desire. Okay, let me put that way.
Yeah. But then that kind of made more sense for him to become Super Saiyan 2 first, because he's had that rage stuff and.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
And
I guess.
He's like a secret weapon, isn't it?
You know what? You're right. I didn't think about it like that. I was thinking, you could have just maxed out Super Saiyan and then leveled that up, going it's full potential Super Saiyan or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, but they sort of did do that, but then it didn't work against Cell.
Yeah.
Because Goku was perfect
right?
Super Saiyan 1.
I tell you what, it's kind of funny because when Toriyama gave Super Saiyan level 3 with the long hair.
Yeah.
He thought that was Super Saiyan level 2 because he forgot what he did with Super Saiyan level 2.
Oh, that guy, he's the
Yeah.
best and worst at the same time.
yeah. So you didn't really... Okay, I didn't really mind kind of Gohan being Super Saiyan level 2 first because of all the stuff he's going through at 9 years old, yeah? I can get that, okay? And it kind of made sense as well, obviously, because where Goku got blown up.
Yeah.
But it's the stuff after that where, okay, he goes to school, right? 7-year time skip, okay?
Yeah.
The Cell Saga's gone, and you're telling me you're from 4 years old to 9 years old, which is like 5 years, yeah?
Yeah.
All this crazy stuff happened to you, yeah. And then you decide, okay, then there's a 7-year time skip, okay?
Yeah.
Now I can forgive it, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, no, it's world peace, blah blah blah. Nothing's no super potential threats are happening, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you abilities drop down somehow. Well, I guess if you're not been training, your abilities will drop down.
Yeah.
But logically, the characters like Vegeta and Piccolo will be like, no, you would have thought that at least they'd be like, come spar, right? Every so often. And the Piccolo at the very least would be like, come spar every so often. And Vegeta would be like, you know what? I'm just going to antagonize this guy until he fights me because that's what I do. Even though I know at the end of the Cell Saga, Vegeta's like, you know what? I give up my warrior ways.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, but like the 7 years piece. Plus, remember his mum made a promise with Goku. Once they beat Cell, Gohan's got to focus on his studies.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of their way out of it.
Yeah. So did you mind when Z kind of became more Gohan based?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I thought it was especially funny when the stuff we're pointing out, right?
Yeah, the great.
And then he goes to school, and he's like, "Who's going?" He's leaving all his. Do you remember when he was playing baseball?
Yeah.
And they basically just threw the baseball in his face, and he just no-sold it.
Yeah, then he realized, oh crap, and then pretend like to work in his world, even though he's been basically hit by meteorites in the face. You have to pretend like, oh,
and then when it was his turn to be on the catch on the field, someone hit the baseball up in the sky, and he just flies up there, grabs it, stays up there for a good couple of seconds, going, all right, if I throw to this person, he can catch that person out. Everyone's just looking at him.
He's like, oh.
He throws the ball, catches the person out, and he goes, yes, coach, we did it. And they like, what?
Dude.
What? How long did you stay up in the sky for? He goes, no, what do you mean? It's just the shoes. I'm sure you guys, And I'm like, you're a joker, Gohan. You're a joker. But it just shows the difference between when you're surrounded by insanity.
Yeah.
And you go sit in a normal world. Like, everyone he knows is super powered.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you just, like, be around normal powered people, you just, like,
forget.
Yeah. What you don't realise.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the Superman thing. Because Superman was always around weaker people. He sort of knew, I've got to control my powers. But with Gohan, because literally everyone he knows is either an alien or some sort of weird thing.
Yeah.
Using your full strength is a normal thing.
Yeah.
I mean, able to fly, it's like walking to them. But yeah.
It's especially funny when Vidal's trying to see how Gohan gets back home.
Yeah.
And Gohan just runs around the corner, and he gets a flying nimble, so he flies like miles out. No. Where do you live? Oh, in the sticks of the forest somewhere. Right.
And then she questions, like, isn't that like X amount of miles away? How do you make it to school every day? He's like,
Yeah. I gotta go. I did like the tweaks of basically, this is Gohan going high school, and this is Great Saiyan Man comedy for this particular section of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did something. I do think they sold Videl kind of short now, because when you look at Videl now and you look at Videl then, you're like, she was a character, and now she's just background. You know?
Well, yeah, that's another weird problem about Dragon Ball as well.
Yeah,
it's someone who has prominence for a moment and they just background character.
Do you think, right? Do you remember? Okay, so all the movies that are out of continuity. Okay. Yeah. Broly's Second Coming.
Yeah. One of my favorites.
Okay. So the Broly's Second Coming version of Gohan is much more powerful, in my opinion, than main universe Gohan, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
If Broly was able to take the entire Z team by himself, right? Then I think when he somehow it was encased in ice on Earth after getting blasted, like super uppercutted Shin Shoryuken in New Planet Vegeta somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he did the Captain America and woke up, right? Anyways. So Gohan's fighting him in baseball, and then obviously powers up and stuff like that. But it's just like, this guy took the entire Zine team on in Super Saiyan, and the Gohan's been able to fight him mano a mano,
Yeah.
And I think he says a line about how he kept on training. Well, not kept on training, but he had been training.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, yeah. And if you remember correctly, when Goku did the Kamehameha, Broly just walked right through it.
Yeah.
Whereas now Broly's blasting his space beam at Gohan, and Gohan's doing the Kamehameha, and it's fighting it back, of course, right?
Yeah.
With then Goten and the spirit of Goku blasting a fireball as well to knock Broly into wherever he goes. But it's just like, that's fine. He's got a certain amount of power, but when you say he's got less power than he was when he's 9 years old, but it's just like, what are we doing with this guy?
I wouldn't say that. My throat. That he's stronger than main universe Gohan, because main universe Gohan put before he got like ultra power and that stuff.
Oh no. I mean around the time. Okay, around the same time frames is what I mean. Yeah. So both of them happened right after the 7-year time skip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was the problem with these films.
Yeah.
Because they take some of they want to take like the backstory stuff from like main continuity and then just do what they're doing, whatever. So it's a weird. I don't know how to explain it. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we shouldn't put too much stock in outcomes. First of all, I don't know how much you want to put too much stock in the actual story, actual continuity, because some people, it's like they don't take care of it either.
Yeah.
You can only go by it if you're saying, well, according to this, according to that, if you match this up and match that up, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they never outright state stuff, and they alter it on the fly as well.
Yep.
Because when, as far as I knew, right, when Gohan unlocked Ultimate Potential Unleashed,
yeah,
Mystic, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
That is his new base form. So he doesn't power up to it. He is at that normal. Because when all right, so he got the new abilities, Piccolo can sense his power level, stuff like that. He flies down to Boo, basically says to Boo, yeah, I'm just going to murder you, boy.
Yeah, I'll be the one that kills you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was so dope.
And then he just made a mockery of Boo.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed. And then it's like, what they did to him afterwards, though, I thought was out of order. Where they're like, all right, well, now to make Boo stronger, we'll do this, yeah?
Yeah.
But he doesn't even fight Gohan on equal level at that point. He'd just be like, you know what? I'll absorb Gotenks.
Yep.
And then I'll just lay the smackdown on Gohan. The guy who just powered up freshly, like, a couple of chapters ago.
Yeah, I get it. But it's... We all knew that it was going to be Goku to beat Boo anyway, so I just took it as, yeah, this is cool. Gohan's stronger. I know he's not going to end this, because then none of this will make any sense if Gohan wins the battle for everyone. Because then what was the whole point of bringing Goku back and all that stuff? So,
well, here's the thing. Right, Goku came back, and then he fought Vegeta, Majin Vegeta, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I believe that unleashed Majin Buu. Then Gohan fights Majin Buu. And then when he looks like he's got killed or whatever it is, that's when Goku decides to level up to Super Saiyan level 3.
Yeah.
And then I think what it did his what's it called? Because he used up his time on Earth by exerting to Super Saiyan level 3, right?
Yeah.
So then he disappeared.
Yeah.
And then Gohan got the Z Sword.
Yeah.
Powered up. Said, yeah, I'm going to destroy Majin Buu. It's like, all right, fair enough. You're like, all right, you've done that, and you're gonna give the hot tag to Gohan, right?
Yeah.
Except that it doesn't even go that way because, like I said, right, they absorb Gotenks, Majin Buu gets super powered, and then Goku's like, I'm gonna go back down there and fight this guy at Super Saiyan level 3 again.
Yeah, but even then, he wasn't strong enough to beat him at Super Saiyan 3. So technically, how I see it, him and Gohan still on the same level.
I suppose. Well, okay, they say this is logical for me, right? Super Potential Unleashed Gohan is more. Okay, right. So Super Saiyan 3 has a limit because you can only use that energy for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So say, for example, if they were fighting or like a contest, right? Gohan would win because the Potential Unleashed doesn't have a duration.
Yeah.
Except that it does, apparently, right?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, did you think like how Alpha, where Potential Unleashed was like base form?
I don't know. I didn't actually...
at the time when they did Potential Unleashed, yeah. Because I know we're going to speak about alterations to it later, but at the time, did you reckon it was in base form?
Nah.
Okay.
It wasn't until I think my brother kind of mentioned it to me years later. I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I didn't think it was base form.
Did you always think it was a power up?
Yeah.
Okay, right. I always thought, okay, they unlocked you to your maximum potential. I think, the first time we got his Potential Unleashed, that became his new base. So the second time he's got his Potential Unleashed, it only makes logical sense that becomes his new base.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Okay, all right. Of course, this is a Dragon Ball way. It's like, it only makes sense if we decide it makes sense,
Yeah, of course, that's Dragon Ball for everyone.
So then when we go to a Super, where they do another time skip, 2 years this time, and our boy's just been slacking off again. It's like, man, you didn't learn your lesson from the 7-year time skip. Come on.
Yeah, but now he's
like I said, the first year fine, but the second time it happened, you would have thought maybe he thinks, I've got to be prepared. I mean, we've got to, just in case things happen, you know.
Yeah, I get that. But
and then what's kind of funny is how bulky they didn't draw him bulky, but they drew him like he's bigger, right? In the end of D, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you go to Dragon Ball Super, he's in that green jumpsuit, and he looked like he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
He's been losing them gains.
I always sort of thought that thing is like, I thought that Saiyans have that weird Superman power, which writers tend to use and forget when they want.
Yeah.
Where he can, matter shift base. Was it a matter shift? Where he makes himself look bulkier, or he can like slim himself down through power.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wasn't. So for you didn't take it as they drew him slimmer to make him look weaker.
Nah.
Okay. Because generally speaking, obviously, when they're bulkier, they can they. Oh, okay. You know what's actually kind of good with Dragon Ball is like they don't draw people too bulky. They do them kind of big, but then from Super, I think they kind of drop the bulk and make them look slimmer but more toned. If you know what I mean. So but Gohan green jumpsuit Gohan looks really like he had less muscle than when he was like 9 years old.
Yeah.
Oh. And then when he was like, "Oh yeah, I could go to Super Saiyan level 2," I was like, "Well, that makes no sense. You got potential unleashed. What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And then obviously when Piccolo had to train and get back to potential unleashed, I was like, right. I personally thought, okay, maybe. I mean, instead of Super Saiyan level 2, you could have just had him at potential unleashed stages, just to signify that. I know Super Saiyan 2 level 2's got or Super Saiyan levels with the blonde head gives a bit more of a colors change and significant difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could just say he dropped all his potential. If you want to go that way, he dropped all his potential, right? And then he kind of like is pushing himself back to his max potential, and along the way he's just going past the previous levels.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What do you think of what you've been seeing from Dragon Ball Super Superhero, where finally he's going to get some more not finally he's going to get more spotlight, but they're actually going to use him a bit more relevantly, or they're going to try to turn the page on what they've done to him?
Yeah, I think it might be a return to grace for Gohan.
Well, or return to some sort of relevancy.
Yeah. Like, I personally think they should give him a new Super Saiyan level in this film.
Oh, okay, a new transformation, not necessarily a new Super Saiyan level, right? Some sort of something that powers him up, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I always thought, at the end of Super, where he was like, yes, I'm going to surpass, I'm going to break my limits in my own form, just like Vegeta did, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, maybe at the end of towards the end of Tournament Saga, you're going to see this, because they set it up, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't happen, but it's just like, not red herring necessarily, but like a plot thread that they left dangling, because it's like, oh, tantalize you with this, right?
Yeah.
And then make it never happen. It was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to happen sooner than later, that's a different thing. Yeah. So I don't know if you're going to say he's going to combine potential unleashed with Super Saiyan.
I don't know. Or what they should do, just give him Super Saiyan Blue.
You reckon he should go Super Saiyan Blue or God, or he should go some in a different direction, as in something like another transformation that more suits him.
Like, if this just wasn't in a movie, if it was like in like the anime, then I'll say give him something new, his own little thing to have, like, for example, like a different sort of Super Saiyan God mode or whatever. But because it's just the movie, And to be fair, the Dragon Ball Super movies are in continuity, so
yeah,
you could do it.
Okay. Some of them, yeah, yeah, okay. Which is okay. Only the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie is in continuity, right?
Yeah.
As far as we know, and this.
Well, technically, Battle of the Gods and Return of F are in continuity because technically they did happen on thing in the series as well. So technically,
I'd say they got overwritten by the series version.
Yeah,
but the same set of stuff happened mostly.
Yeah.
So this they haven't said is in continuity or not because they could do the anime and the anime version of this.
Yeah.
But we'll take it as it is for what it is at the time, yeah? As far as we know, they haven't said it is, they haven't said it isn't, right? But it seems like Gohan something will happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Will he be the savior of the whole thing? I don't know. I highly probably doubt it, but
you reckon they're going to shaft him again?
I don't know. I hope not, but Goku's a thing, so maybe.
Well, yeah, that's why that's why they were saying Dragon Ball GT is Dragon Ball Goku time, right? Because he just takes screen time from everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not. See, this is the thing. This is the thing when I was watching it, Dragon Ball in Cantonese, right?
Yeah.
Way back when.
Yeah.
And it's like Goku always finishes the enemies, right?
Yeah.
He always gets the glory. And I know it's his series, and you're like, fair enough, yeah. But it's not the fact that he gets to win. Everyone else gets battered to make him look good. Not that I'm not hating on the guy. I'm not hating on how they did it. I'm just like, someone else can't get a victory at some. Like this is why people back Vegeta so much. He's like, he gets crapped on so much, yeah.
Yeah.
Just give our boy a win, you know.
Yeah, but I think his character works better when he doesn't win.
Well, yeah. At a certain point, like I agree with you, he needs to get beat up for his arrogance and humility, right? Yeah. But then at a certain point, then it just came past that, and you're like, oh, that's a bit of a humiliation, right? None of that, yeah. But the man chats so much crap.
Yeah.
You gotta let him back it up. You gotta give him the one time, man. Give him the one time to do something.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, if you put a list of all the people that you want to say main saga villains that just from Z, that Goku's defeated against someone that the main saga villains that someone else has defeated.
Yeah,
you know, he's basically beaten everyone. I think Gohan has beaten Cell, right?
Yeah.
Even though technically you say Goku beat Cell because he made Cell blow up, but the actual win went to Gohan, right?
But then you could say with Frieza, Goku didn't really kill Frieza, did he?
What? Frieza killed himself?
No, Trunks killed him.
Oh yeah, okay. No, okay. Goku defeated Frieza, and Trunks killed. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
He technically didn't beat Vegeta because Vegeta's still alive. And Gohan, realistically, Gohan
is one of the funniest things, by the way, as you point out, right?
Yeah.
You know how Vegeta is jealous about his rivalry with Goku, yeah?
Yeah.
But Goku's actually never beaten him.
No. Gohan beat him. Actually, yeah, Gohan and Yajirobe beat Vegeta.
Yeah. And what happened to the margin? I think that got interrupted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and Vegeta beat him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So realistically, who has Goku actually beaten? In Z anyway.
And what is actually quite funny is Raditz got beat by Piccolo.
Yeah.
If you want to count it that way. Okay, hold on. No, I can't be wrong. Let me no, hold on. Am I only just assuming I'm wrong? Okay, hold on. Now Goku beat Nappa, right?
No. Vegeta.
Oh, damn it. Okay. All right. Jeez. Okay. All right, hold on a minute. I think we have to clarify beating and killing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, geez. All right. Well, okay, let's just count it killing straight up, right? The defeat. We'll count it your way, yeah? Maybe it'll just tip the scales a bit more in your direction. Okay. So, and remind me if I skip some people, right?
Okay.
And we're not counting the movies.
No.
So, Raditz got killed by Piccolo.
Yep.
Nappa got killed by Vegeta. Mainly because he was crippled by the point that Goku beat him up, broke his back, and left him for dead.
Yeah.
And then Vegeta's like, well, if he's dead, if he dies, he dies.
If he dies,
Boom.
he dies.
Yeah. And then you say, Vegeta got beat by Yajirobe and Gohan. What would you say it was more Gohan though? Because he's great.
Yeah, more Gohan because Gohan landed on him. So more Gohan.
Okay, fair enough. And then is it the Ginyu Force next?
Yeah.
All right. So, how did they die?
Vegeta killed Raccoon.
Yeah, the Australian one. Depending on your dub. Yeah.
He killed Jace as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He killed all of them.
After Goku beat them all up.
Because Gordo, the one that does time and stuff, Vegeta killed him. I remember that.
Yeah.
After Gohan and Krillin basically beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Raccoon, Goku defeated, and then Vegeta blew him up.
Yeah.
I think Goku defeated Burda, and then Vegeta jumped on his throat and crushed his windpipe, so he died.
Oh, jeez. You know what? First of all, as you're saying this all to me, I'm like, I'm kind of skewed because of the amount of times that Goku just comes in there and beats up the person. But when you point that out, it's like he never finishes them.
No.
It's always like the weaker characters or the heartless character. It's not someone else doing something to actually finish them.
The only one he finished really is Kid Buu with the Spirit Bomb.
Yeah.
That's it, really.
All right. But continue. So yeah, do you remember what else? Captain Ginyu was kind of no. Okay, would you say he defeated Captain Ginyu because he threw the frog in the way?
But Vegeta threw the frog in the way.
Oh shit, was it Vegeta? Sorry, yeah.
It was what? Is that a Vegeta or a Go? Is that Vegeta or Krillin?
I think it was Vegeta. Was it Vegeta who threw the frog as it was transferring back? No, I thought I could be mistaken, but wasn't he jump? Didn't Captain Ginyu go to try and jump into Vegeta's body, and then Goku threw the frog?
No, I don't think Goku threw the frog. I think it was Gohan or Krillin threw the frog.
Okay.
Yeah.
And technically, he wasn't defeated because he came back.
Yeah.
But all right.
And then Android Saga. Goku didn't do anything.
Yeah, because like you said, Trunks killed King Cold and
Frieza. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Vegeta killed Android 20.
Yeah.
Cell basically killed Android 17 and 18 and 16.
Yeah. Definitely 16.
Yeah. Dr. Gero / Android 19 got killed by Android 18 and 20.
Yeah, okay.
18, 17.
Right, all right. Okay, the more you list, right, the more I think, you know what, maybe I'm just like, the amount of times that Goku's coming there making everyone else look like jabronis is the thing I'm remembering. Rather than, when you list the stats, everything's like skewed. Actually, in different directions.
Cell, Gohan.
Yeah. But the most cleanest win you can possibly get as well.
Yeah.
When I say a cleanest win, like all the times, that most of these other people died, people like have jumped in as their enemies are basically on the floor dead.
Yeah.
Well, mostly the Vegeta kills like that, anyways.
Yeah, that's Vegeta. Yeah, Goku didn't do much.
Okay. Well, okay. Goku did a lot of. Right. You're right. Goku did a lot of fighting and took a lot of glory, but other people did a lot of the finishes. Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
because
enough.
it wasn't until again GT doesn't count where he actually killed things.
Yeah.
And even in
What did-
Super, does he kill anyone? Yeah. So
What did you think about how? Okay, would you say that Gohan's a better? And I'll get to why I'm saying this, right?
yeah.
Would you say Gohan's a better mentor than Goku?
Yes.
And your reasoning is?
Like he basically taught Trunks and Goten, and
Yeah.
they're awesome. So he's better.
Well, I was going to say that. I was going to say, so what is exactly Goku taught anyone anything? Because when he had Kaioken, he decided to keep that to himself and not show anything else to anyone else for the entire saga, right? And if you think you have Super Saiyan,
And like realistically, I think by default he taught Gohan Kamehameha.
yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
Like he didn't. Do it on
I'd say
purpose.
Piccolo during that time frame where he kidnapped Gohan for 6 months, he taught him how to do special moves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're my enemy, right? You're the enemy of my son, who might kill me in the future, but I'll teach you my abilities, right?
Yeah.
Your actual dad, on the other hand, what's he teaching you?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, see, because Gohan even taught Goten and Trunks Kamehameha. You know,
and how to fly as well.
Yeah.
He taught Videl how to fly, and it was like, right? He taught them how to fly pretty quickly, actually, to be honest.
yeah. So it's like, what did he actually teach Gohan?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah. When okay, did you watch the Dragon Ball Super version of Revival of F?
Yes.
How's that compared to the movie version? Like, I'm just saying this Gohan specific section.
It's a bit different. I'm pretty sure there's one bit where Gohan gets shot,
Yeah.
and I can't remember after that. It's been a while
So-
since I've seen it.
I think I can't remember in. So when they find Beerus, right?
Yeah.
In Power of God, Battle of the Gods, you'd have thought the person who would part of the most fight would be Gohan at that time because of just simply the power levels, right? Because Vegeta was at Super Saiyan level 2. I know they had to power him up because they want to make Vegeta more relevant, which made sense, right? And there was a rage power boost on top of the. Bulma got slapped, right?
Yeah.
So fair enough, right? But when Gohan's like, prior to that, where he goes full potential, or he has the white aura
Yeah.
in the Super Saiyan Man suit because it's just been jokes.
Yeah.
Beerus just deals with him, and you're like, wait a minute, this guy is the most powerful person in this entire group of people.
Was.
Yeah. Would you have preferred he got a good showing, or a decent little something, or because I can see why they didn't do it because they're gonna make Vegeta and Goku both kind of look good, and at the same time they don't want not Gohan in the way, but if they were gonna use him like that, they should have had him do something, and then get knocked down just to say, oh my goodness, super potential unleashed Gohan, the most powerful person of whatever, is not power enough it can't do anything. And then you got Vegeta powering up to do what, like after Bulma gets slapped. That kind of, I don't know, give him something, right?
Nah.
Okay.
Because if all this was meant to be just like a one-off and they weren't gonna do Super, it's like, what's the point of building Gohan up just for like a 2-minute thing?
That's true.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. So it's like, oh, I'm alright with this.
Fair enough. Would you say you didn't like the way? Okay, the gold of the revival of F. Did you like the way he got treated in that, where he was skinny?
Yeah.
And I mean, look, he got to do some stuff, right? But then he couldn't power up. Somehow between Battle of Gods and Revival of F, he just couldn't power up to to Potential Unleash anymore.
Yeah. I didn't mind it. Think the only problem, like you watch it in a cinema. I saw it in a cinema. I was like, oh yeah, Gohan's having his moment, and then kind of get chumped down. I was like, it's alright, I guess. It's Gohan for now.
Yeah. I mean, like in Revival of Earth, he got to do some stuff, but once, I mean, like even if he had just had a decent fight against Frieza and then get beat up, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough, because you're like trying to show Frieza's new power level.
Yeah.
We didn't even get that.
Yeah, I think that's what's okay with like. Plus, because it's Frieza and he's not normal Frieza anymore. I was like, yeah, it's alright. Because I still remember, even though it's not in continuity and it never happened, in Rebirth of Fusion, where he basically kills Frieza with one punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah, but that would be his potential unleashed version, right? And at that point, it's so far above.
But
Frieza.
Was it his a potential unleashed version?
Was he Great Saiyan Man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. No, yeah.
So he has that weird asterisk victory, so I'm alright.
Yeah.
I'm alright with that, I guess.
Fair enough. So okay. Throughout his the tournament saga arc, what did you think about that? And you know what? First, before that, by the way, I like the slice of life episode, as they call it, where Gohan's being the stuntman, the Great Saiyan stuntman with Barry Khan.
Yeah.
I know it's just filler episodes, but it just gave you kind of like a peek into a little bit of spotlight on the guy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't sort of like about that was how they nearly character assassinated Gohan.
Well, no, you mean how Barry Khan nearly character assassinated Gohan?
Yeah, like, hey, he's having an affair. That bit, I was like, no, you can't really do that. That's not nice.
Well, yeah, hold on. Yeah, but that's Barry Khan being jealous, right?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I get it. I'll let you off for that, but don't do it again, because Gohan would do that. Wait.
I also okay. Now, dude's training up to do the tournament arc, right? Or the arc just before the tournament arc, which is they got to fight the trio de danger.
Yeah.
And they obviously trained him up, right? So they couldn't make him have a loss. Except that they couldn't make him have. They didn't want to make him have a win because then it'd be clean sweep for Goku's team.
Yeah.
So they did. Oh, he got poisoned, right? Because that's the tactic of the opposing team. And then what happens is, right? The further he powers up, the more he uses his energy for these power up abilities, the faster poison hits, right?
Yeah.
So then literally he just beats the guy by being poisoned and blinded, right? Because he knows how to fight tactically.
Yeah.
Except that when he doesn't, of course, right?
Yeah.
And then I think he basically power drive the guy, the wolf guy, into the ground. And he stands up and he says, I won, I'm the victory. I'm the victor. Except then he flops over because he's gone all purple because of the poison.
Yeah.
And then it's like a draw, and it's like, so he won, but he didn't win because you don't want to give him the win.
Something like that, yeah.
Which is weird because then if you were going to do that, you could just be like, the poison stopped him being able to power up, and then he could take a loss.
Yeah, could have done it that way, but don't see why they didn't.
Yeah. I mean, like he was blinded as well, so, jeez.
Yeah, it was all stacked against him, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I did like how basically Goku, being the horrible dad he is like, yeah, Piccolo, you can train this guy up. I'll just go and fight people that I like to fight because that's how I do. That's how I always been taking care of my sons. By not.
He's the worst father.
And then it's like, Piccolo, train my son up, right, to reach the maximum he can back to normal, right? So I can then have a fight with my own son. What?
There's no. As I'm saying, Goku. I'm surprised Gohan hasn't got like more issues than he should.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff Goku does, like, why hasn't child services taken away your child? Because
no, that. So what you did, right? For the first 4 years of this boy's life, he's isolated because he didn't know nobody and they lived nowhere, and he hasn't. Like because you don't communicate with your friends, right? because you can fly to them, literally, yeah? You just don't. You don't even tell them to come visit you.
No.
The first time your friends see your son is when you both accidentally go to see your own master at the same time.
Yeah. And your son's like 4 years old at this point as well.
Yeah.
And
like,
they never know you're the child.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, what? Yeah. And then obviously, like, the trauma of you dying in front of his face.
Yeah.
Getting killed by your greatest enemy. While getting beat up by your own brother.
Yeah. So many things wrong.
And then the guy who becomes your adopted father, because after 6 months of training, like, I think they got the way it, like, we make it sound harsh, but they actually it made Piccolo's character kind of evolve.
Yeah.
So they created a bond with himself. So let's just say his adopted dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Or how do you say it? What do you would say? His true dad?
Yeah, I'll say it's his true dad.
Okay.
Goku's his father.
Yeah.
But Piccolo is Gohan's dad.
yeah.
Because anyone could be a father, but it takes a real man to be a dad.
Yeah. So, and then after that, this guy, like, Piccolo's training him up, like, very harshly, of course, teaching him how to chop dinosaur tails off to make big steaks, right?
Yeah. He can never be vegan now, but yeah.
Yeah, and then they go and fight. He's like, "Come, let's fight the invading army and save the Earth from these two Saiyans," right?
Yeah.
And so when Gohan is unable, I mean, realistically speaking, he's like, what? If you're gonna say that 6 months, he crossed over to being 5 years old, right?
Yeah.
But he's between 4 and 5, right?
Yeah.
And he's kidnapped from his mum, right? Who, I don't know how much she's been looking at him for 6 months, right?
Yeah.
To fight invading space aliens, because he couldn't follow the tactic, because he was too afraid. He's only 5 years old. What can he do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
His true dad then has to jump in the way of his blaster. He sees the second father figure die.
Yeah. All this within the span of a year.
Yeah. And you're like you say, the trauma. I'll be like, whoa, you know.
Saying, dude, his.
And then after dealing with that, and I don't know if you want to put on top of it being schizophrenic with the Great Ape form, and so I don't know how that mentally affects you, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna kind of gloss over that because that happens, and then they make it like Great Ape doesn't really do anything to your mental.
Yeah, your mental being. Realistically, it should, but
yeah. And then they're like, all right, so after that, yeah, we've got to go to space, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna skip Fate Namek, but we've got to go to space to find the Dragon Balls to stop this galactic tyrant, or we got to stop this guy that, you know, just beat up your father, killed your father. No, your father figure got killed. Your true father figure got sent to the next dimension by these guys.
Yeah.
Your actual dad came in, right, and got beat up by these guys as well.
Yeah,
and then you accidentally finished the job, okay? So your dad's hospitalized.
Yeah.
And you've got to go into space to stop these guys.
And you get told that it's going to be like a simple little like mission, just going to collect something and come back.
Yeah.
No.
Except that it isn't, right?
No.
People die all over the place in that alien world.
Yeah, he basically sees a whole race of people get wiped out.
Yeah. And then the guy who beat up your dad, just every time you come across him, just beats you up as well.
Yeah, it's just so many things wrong with this.
I mean, the way we just recapping this entire journey, it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. So then, okay, so I can't remember the way of it, but so Vegeta, Frieza finally. Oh, so you get beat up by the Ginyu Force, right?
Yeah. And
the actual dad makes an appearance and takes all the glory.
Yeah, as he does.
Then you have to fight him because Captain Ginyu swapped into his body.
Oh yeah.
And then swapped back out, right? And so your dad's beat up to the point where he also had to go back into a healing chamber.
Yeah.
Right. which is partially your doing, but not really. Yeah.
Yeah. Half and half.
Yeah. It's nuts because I'm sure Vegeta just enjoyed throwing some hits at Captain Goku.
Yeah.
Captain Goku. And then you gotta find the galactic space alien. You gotta fight him as well. Now, I can't remember the order exactly of it, right? But I know they fight Krillin and Gohan had to fight Frieza. But is that before or after Piccolo arrived?
After Piccolo, though, before Piccolo arrived, because he arrives halfway through, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Frieza goes to level 2, right?
Yeah.
And that's the big bulky version.
Yeah.
With the horns.
Yeah.
And level 3 is when he looks like a xenomorph, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So Gohan fights... Yeah. So sees the small little guy who turns into a massive big guy, right?
Yeah.
Who he's seen just murder people as well, by the way.
Yep, wiped out people.
Yeah. And you got to fight him. And then watch his actual dad. Watch Piccolo get beat up by next transformation Frieza.
Yeah.
And then watch Goku get beat up by another transformation Frieza.
Yeah.
Like, well, your dads are. I mean, and Krillin, his friend as well. His friend.
Yeah, watching Krillin get exploded.
Yeah. I mean, and all this, would you say before he hits his sixth birthday? Definitely before he hits his sixth birthday, right?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't want to be him.
When you look at it, you're like, damn, boy.
Yeah, so he should be in therapy.
Yeah. And then we'll go to what the. Then you watch our whole planet get exploded, but he's already off by the planet by that point.
Yeah, but still.
And then then you'd be told that you got to train for 3 years to fight
for
the
another
androids.
threat that's gonna come and kill you all. Yeah.
Yeah, and then be told about how your future self got murdered by these people and the entire family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And legit actually train. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if it was up to Gohan, he probably like the way they've written him, he's like, nah, just slack off.
No, how they written him? He was focused about that stuff. Cause
now, but I mean then, right? But later on, it just become like, oh yeah, I'll just slack off for these times. But yeah, so then you see then you see Goku get beat up and start dying from a heart virus.
Yeah.
And did Gohan watch Piccolo have that fight with 17?
No, because he was in hyperbolic time chamber at this point.
That was quite an awesome fight that Piccolo had with 17, by the way. I thought that was good. I thought it was a good show for Piccolo because after he combined with Kami to be more relevant.
Namek.
Yeah, the nameless Namekian.
Yeah.
And then 17's like, you know what? I'm just gonna outlast you because you don't have the endurance. Which I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. And then I think, between the Android saga and the Cell saga, the only major crazy thing that happened to Gohan was he got forced to fight Cell against his own wishes. Because Goku's like a full power Goku, right? Who's more powerful than you. And he's like, I'm fighting Cell. You know what? Nah. I know I can't. Cell has said every single one of you jabronis is not powerful enough to defeat me, except and only Goku could get me good competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
What a boast, by the way. And then Goku's like, no. After the fight, he's like, no, I'll tag out. I'll give Gohan and then you know what I'm gonna do? So I'm gonna give you a sensory beam to power you up to your maximum. What an idiot!
Stupid.
Don't you want this guy to get defeated?
I want my son to fight him at his maximum.
Yeah.
You do know there's a world on the line here, but all right, sure, I guess.
Yeah, and I think either Piccolo or Vegeta said, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, Vegeta. Piccolo said, "You're an idiot. Why are you doing this?"
Yeah, why are you sending your son there to fight this guy? You know that he doesn't have the killer edge or whatever it is.
He doesn't have the killer instinct.
Yeah, and then you basically make your son be responsible, guilt trip him because you got yourself blown up.
Yeah.
Even though it was another plan, but we all knew what happened, you know? I mean, when he teleported to... It's just like, oh, man, please. Yeah. And then he had to basically fight defeat Cell with a broken arm. Firstly, because he was way too powerful, right? And they had to handicap him. But yeah, and it's like Vegeta. Why were you getting yourself involved and causing more problems for this guy? The fate of the Earth is in the hands of a 9-year-old.
Yeah, but emotions. That's why.
Yeah, because Trunks got killed.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere as well.
I want to say, okay, that's basically a recap of what happened in the first set of the first half of the Z Saga. You want to say it's not really before the time skip.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, and then it gets less dialed down.
Yeah,
at that point it becomes more calmer because none of this craziness happens. I mean, look, if we had to say that after the time skip,
the
only thing, most of the stuff would just be the Buu Saga stuff, where Buu wiped out the entire world.
Yeah.
Gohan powered up and then got beat up, and and then his dad used the spirit bomb to. You could really recap that really quickly about what happens to Gohan. Do you even want to shift onto GT or leave it as?
Yeah, leave it as, because technically GT didn't happen anymore.
Yeah. The thing is with GT as well is there was some stuff that happened there which is kind of cool, but then at the same time it's like, if we're all saying it doesn't happen, would you have liked to go on Super Saiyan level 4 or something like that? Because then that, have you seen the trading cards where they give these people transformations and stuff like that?
Yeah. I've seen them. Gohan Super Saiyan 4 look pretty cool.
Yeah. Even though now Super Saiyan 4 doesn't really happen.
Even though I hope it does happen at some point.
What, you reckon that Gohan will get Super Saiyan level 4?
Well, if they want to keep Super Saiyan 4 technically in canon, but kind of forget GT happened.
Yeah.
They could make Super Saiyan 4 the image of the style and all that, the look of it happen, but not call it Super Saiyan 4, call it something else, and that's what Gohan could have, and that'd be cool.
Oh yeah. That makes sense as well. Yeah. Because technically speaking, Brody's wrathful state was kind of the powers of... I'm going to say, it kind of looked like Super Saiyan 4, but where his hair became kind of stand up, but not really.
Yeah.
I know he didn't go red or anything like that and stuff like that, but they could have actually transitioned to a Super Saiyan 4 looking state before he went full Super Saiyan because of Brody's the legendary, because he's that mutation,
Yeah. He's a mutant.
Yeah. So okay, do you reckon the new movie, right? Do you have high hopes for it? Have you seen the trailers?
I saw the first one, and accidentally saw one the other day. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, right, let me ask. You don't mind it's a Gohan story?
No. I like this something different.
And I think also Piccolo's going to get a power up there as well, it looks like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? It's cool. That's cool because they got both shafted in the Brody movie.
Because I think even Goten and Trunks have a bit in this, because I think they're older in this.
Well, you know what? I guess I wonder how long the movie is.
Yeah.
To be able to do all that stuff, as well as having... I mean, I'm sure you're going to have Vegeta and Goku make an appearance somewhere.
Yeah, at some point,
right? Yeah. They'll maybe off-planet doing something, but there has to be a reason why they're not joining this. But you know what? It's really strange. Is how do you make... You got man-made material androids, right?
Yeah.
and use the genetic genes from aliens, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But how can they withstand punches and craziness? Because you've seen the level of power these people put out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how can anything man-made withstand it?
I don't know.
And they're going to say you rework alien DNA with human DNA, but it retained a human-like appearance. However, it has mimics the abilities of also the alien abilities, whatever nuttiness.
Yeah, well, everything.
Well, that's actually for Cell. That's actually for Cell, right? The androids are the androids.
Yeah. But if he made, well, Dr. Jerome made Cell, so I guess this Red Ribbon Army stuff can make.
Yeah. Well, look, are you looking forward to the movie?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And you don't. Obviously, we just clarified. Both of us don't mind. It's a Gohan-centric. Well, Gohan and Piccolo-centric movie. Depending on the way that it looks, right?
Yeah, the way they're showing it looks. Yeah.
What do you think of the new art style?
I like it. I was like, you know what? They need to sort of kind of change up the movies to make them more extravagant. So yeah, I'm cool with the new style. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the animation for the Brody movie. Did you like that as well?
Yeah, I liked it. It was different.
Yeah. So you don't mind, for example, like that they shift the art style, because eventually Super will come back, right, on TV at some point, right?
I think so.
So, and you wouldn't prefer this 3D art style for the TV series?
Yeah, because I think it'd be too expensive for TV series.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, like I like you say, the fact that it looks different is fine because it's a movie. I don't know if I prefer it constantly to look like that, but that's fair to make it stand out.
Yeah.
Whether I would have preferred it in standard 2D animation, well, we'll see it because it might just make more sense in the context of the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know how powerful, like I say, androids can be, but I guess there's going to be some sort of backstory to. Because look, right, if your previous villain was movie antagonist was Brody, and he was breaking dimensions, yeah, and the one before that was Jiren, who was more powerful than the gods of destruction, and you're telling me two robots, right? Not to say, of course, because if they're fighting Piccolo and Goku, they don't need to. Piccolo and Gohan, they don't need to be that insane level of power.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Be cool.
Okay, so my overall thoughts about Gohan is they introduced him, right? Put through a lot of trouble, which we're joking about, but kind of seemed serious, right?
Yeah.
But they needed to get him where he was going to get him, go somewhere. And I don't like it when you write a character to do a certain amount of stuff, right? Yeah. And then you just like, I needed him for this amount of time, and then I have no use for him anymore. That kind of is what I think that's the same thing with Bane sometimes. Some of the writers are like, oh, it's all about his venom, we'll make him a dumb brute, or maybe because I don't like to use this character, or I don't like the fact that he broke Batman's back, whatever problem you have the character. I just make him look like a jabroni. He's like, you don't do that. You just don't use him ish. I mean, with Gohan, there's it's limited, right? Because you got loads of Batman's rogue galleries, right?
Yeah.
But you've got this guy here. You've got him at a certain level, and I know you want to have your other characters more powerful than him. Okay, that's one thing, right? Or more relevant than him, yeah.
Yeah.
But give him something to do. And what they give him something to do is basically, I've got a conference. I can't fight. Like, right.
Yeah,
that's convenient. Because the times they've done that, and I'm like, so I know you want Goku there, I know you want Vegeta there, yeah. But literally, what you're telling me is, you don't have a place for Gohan there, or you don't want him there.
Could be both.
yeah. Well, that's the thing with the Goku Black saga.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, I can't help you boys, because I've got a conference or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think that was the Universe 6 saga, right?
Think so.
Yeah, but he still didn't help Trunks in the in the what's it called? In those Goku Black saga.
No.
So it's like
But even then, what would he have done? So.
Oh, it's true. I think at that point they really depowered him that he was so irrelevant.
No, not even that. Like, look how strong, like, Goku Black was. So what would Gohan have done?
That's true. It's true. I mean, like, yeah, that's what they've done to the guy.
Because then he would have got jobbed out, and people would have moaned about that. So
yeah, exactly. I suppose in a way they kind of protect. They jobbed him out so bad that they were like, you know, let's just protect him from being jobbing out even more.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm alright with that.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, the best way I can put it is, he has potential, right?
Yeah.
Even outside of, I'm just joking about potential unleashed, but outside of the saga, it's like they haven't actually unleashed his full potential within the writing of the series yet.
Yeah, they haven't.
And whether they want to, it's one of those tricky things where he's like, you know what? We got a powerful guy here, but if we want an enemy to look good,
yeah,
he's one of the guys we can feed to the enemy to make them, you know, look better. And the GT used to have that role.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we'll see how Dragon Ball Superhero affects his character. Yeah. Okay. And any other? You got anything? Any other comments you want to make about Gohan?
No, just I'd like to see him more. That's about it.
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I thought I was kind of hoping because they through Super they repowered him up.
Yeah.
So you thought when they get to the tournament saga,
yeah,
that maybe he'd be one of the last couple of people standing, right?
Yeah.
Except that he wasn't. I thought, I was thinking, are they building up for the win? Are they like they're gonna give him the? Well, first of all, it's like I hope Goku doesn't get the win because he always gets the win, right? But if the way you're getting Gohan more powerful in the background here and making him fight Goku Blue and stuff like that, maybe he'll eke out the win. Like not on a pure power level,
yeah,
but like they're like, all right, Gohan, you're the scholar, you come up with the tactics, yeah, and we'll do something, and then everyone else just leave like. Goku and Vegeta do what they do. Leave the team. And then Android 17 and 18 are like, well, okay, fine. We'll just do what we want as well.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm leading a team of what? 5 people? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Frieza's going to do whatever he's going to do as well.
Yeah, but I kind of saw that. Because Frieza and 17 would have something to do with the win in that. It's a bit obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought, oh, maybe they're going to... Like, at the very end, when he's against, let's say, him, or whether you want to give him the win or not, but when he's one of the final people, maybe that's when he will unlock his next transformation, which he was talking about. Except that, that's not how they want to play it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But then when he went to the Brody movie, and it's like, where is he? Where is he?
Yeah. But even then, didn't
Wait. Do you remember where, if was Krillin in that movie either?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once. I need to watch it again. I'm pretty sure it was only Vegeta and Goku who appeared from the Earth people. Well,
and then Piccolo... Okay, which is the strangest thing, right? Piccolo is somewhere around the Earth somewhere. And they teleport over to him.
Yeah.
To learn about fusion.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but... Not that he'd be helpful or not, right?
Yeah.
But if he says his mass power levels, wouldn't he just be curious to see what's going on and whether he can be of some assistance? And if he couldn't be, right, when he says, oh, these people are the beyond me, or whatever, right, just stay in the fringes.
Yeah.
In case you can do something, and maybe just charge a special beam cannon for like the infinite amount of time they would need to do some damage.
No, but then that's just pointless as well, isn't it?
Oh, no. I'm just saying, out of pure curiosity as a character, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he just go over there and go, let me see what's up?
Nah, he's old now. He's like, nah.
Well, technically speaking, right? You say he's old, right?
He's young, realistically.
Yeah.
But
when he kidnapped Gohan, he was younger than Gohan.
Was he?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Older than Gohan, but not by a lot.
Yeah. So when King Piccolo died, that was the end of the second tournament arc, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
So that 3-year time script, he was 3 years old at that point, right? When he had that fight with Goku.
Yeah.
And then 4 years later. No, 5 years later. Yeah, he's only 8 years old at the beginning when he kidnapped Gohan.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But he's a Namek. They're old all the time. So.
Oh yeah, and he had the past memories of his own dad and stuff like that. So, yeah. And we should probably after Dragon Ball Superhero, when our other boy Piccolo gets a power up.
Yeah.
We should have a speak about that as well, because he's an interesting character also.
Yeah, he is.
And also been slightly misused as well, or lost in relevancy, because he was actually a major part of Dragon Ball. Actually count him as King Piccolo and Z.
Yeah, he was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, alright. So that's us signing off, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm your real daddy, CY Chung.
And I am I didn't have. Obviously, I am the great Saiyan man, Kyle Charles.
Okay.
I was going to go into something. I forgot what I was actually going to go to. Yes. And thank you for listening. Let us know if you are a Gohan fan and you think that he was misrepresented during his.
Mainly underutilized at certain points as well, I think.
Do you agree with that?
Oh, wait, you know what? Let us know what you think his greatest glory was.
Yeah.
As well, because it's probably got to be the Cell Saga, right? I mean, the him defeating Cell, because that's when he actually... No, but you could get good moments as well, aside from actually taking win.
Yeah. Like when he beat Diabora, whatever his name was.
Yeah, or when he beat the crap out of Majin Buu.
Yeah. No, was it Super Buu?
Yeah,
Super Buu. Yeah.
Yeah. Or simply when he said to Buu, "I'm gonna kill you." That was awesome, just by itself.
Kill you.
And Dirty Smirk as well. Like he knew he was just gonna kill him as well.
Yeah.
And then he showed off a bit too much.
Yeah, because he finally gave into violence.
Yeah.
Let us any of your great memories of the Gohan, man. And do you think he is too young to be a father? Oh, I don't know. And all that stuff. We got mentioned as a kid. Let us know through our social media platforms like the Instagram, the Twitter. Leave a comment in the YouTube video if you're watching this on YouTube. And even email us of any questions you may have. And until then, guys, thank you for taking a trip with us around this Gohan-centric universe. Bye.
Bye.
I'm getting too old for this. Huh? What is it? It's mind-boggling.
It's a person. Yeah, someone's coming.
But who is it? I've never experienced a power like this. It's outrageously strong. It could be a new enemy. Boys, stay close. What? I don't believe it. It's Goku.
It's my brother, you guys! Gohan! Are you positive?
Gohan!
Hey guys, what's happening?
Hey there, Gohan. Hi, Gohan, what's up? We all thought that you were dead.
I would have been if it wasn't for the help of Supreme Kai, but that's all in the past. I think it's time to focus on the here and now.
I've known you since you were a boy, Gohan, but I hardly recognize you. Your face, it's changed a little, and your power has increased dramatically. But that's not it. It's your attitude. It's so different. You're so confident.
Where are the others?
They're all dead! He killed them!
Huh? What about Dende? Is he alright?
Him too! Mom, Fidel, everyone, Gohan!
Fidel. Mother. They're gone. And without Dende, we can't wish anyone else back.
And they were good. I turned them all into chocolate and gobbled them up.
Wait. It's faint, but I can still sense something. Just barely.
So, Hotshot, you want to fight Majin Buu?
Fight you? No, I want to kill you.